Test, 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 test. I think I'm going to make these intros shorter, by the way. Like, we've been doing 5 minutes in the past. I feel like we'll make it like 2.5. You know what I mean? We'll shorten it a little bit. Just get right into the action, as they say. But either way, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Red Seat live stream. I'll be your host for the evening, Mr. Corbin. But you can call me Corbin. That was the dumbest. That may have been the worst intro I've ever had. And that's not even a lie. I'm so glad there aren't a ton of people here that heard that. That was brutal. But anyways, what's going on, Mike, AJ, George, Mr. Money Mike Madness in the building. Christian, what's going on? Yeah, I actually did like the 1975 graphics. I will say, I liked them. I don't think I could do them for a full game. Like, it's so, like, I don't know, when the quality's, like, when you look back on old tape, you don't really notice it. But, like, the quality of a Red Sox live stream in terms of, like, the visual is really solid. I'm not saying, like, the score bug or anything. I mean, like, the actual footage of the game, it made my head hurt a little bit. But I did like it for that, like, I don't know, what was that, 2-3 innings? What up, Damien? Listening at work, brother? Enjoy work, huh? Hopefully it goes well for you. Carrie, what's up? How are you? Mouth, what's up? QB, how you doing? Lawson in the building. Austin in the building. Jared in the building. Alex in the building. Yeah, if you pay for 4K, I wouldn't like it. Yeah, because when I was watching on the TV yesterday, it was fine, right? I had no problem with it. But I threw it on today in 4K, like on my computer. And I was like, God, it just like visually kind of gave me a headache. But I really do. I really did thought it was a really cool idea, right? It's unique. It's not something you see a lot of teams do. I was just at the Twins-Marlins game last night, the Red Sox. Alex, I have been saying it for years. The Red Sox should trade for Edward Cabrera. Fortunately, his value is really high right now. Can we get some pitchers up to AAA? Yeah, Conley Early needs to be up there for sure. I'm not sure why Conley Early hasn't been brought up. My guess is he's going to be brought up pretty quickly after Kyle Harrison gets up here. Hey, that's awesome, QB. My merch or Red Sox merch? As we lovingly call you, Misty's owner. Yeah, I'm either Misty's owner or I'm Jess's fiance. That's it. What up, Daniel? My merch, man. That is unbelievable, QB. Thank you so much, man. Send me some pictures of you in the game at it. I'd love to see it. What's up, James? Yeah, I saw Verdugo got DFA'd today. In like 6 years, not even 6 years. We could say it today, but like in 6 years, he's going to be a Red Sox trivia question. You're going to answer it, and you're going to be like, whatever happened to that guy? You know what I mean? Like, that's just sort of the way that Alex Verdugo is. I feel like this is kind of angled weird. There, it's more centered. I have 2 different cameras, so I sit here sometimes, and I just, like, I don't know. Like, I just mess up the angles trying to get in between them. Really got to figure out how to get my good camera, the one I use for, like, recording videos, onto a webcam. But I think that requires a lot. What up, Fat? What up, James? We are revealing all the All-Star Game position playing starters on Baseball Tonight at 7 p.m. today. Not going to be any Red Sox in there. Although, I don't... Tariq Skubal will probably get the start, huh? Is Bernardino really starting? Yeah, he's going to start. He's going to go like 2 innings. Maybe an inning and a half. I don't know. What up, TJ? Chapman? Yeah, here's the Red Sox, I think, that end up going to the All-Star game. Bregman's making it, right? Because he was second in voting. He won't be a starter. Crochet's going to make it. Has to make it. He won't be like the starter, but I think he'll get there. If Houck got there last year, Crochet has to get there this year. I think Narvaez makes it. I think that one to me is real iffy. I don't know that Narvaez makes it, but if he does, I wouldn't be shocked. Chapman will make it for sure. And then, yeah, there's some where you sit there and you're like, you know, could they get in? The problem with Rafael and Abreu with the All-Stars is you have such a loaded All-Star group or outfield group for the Red Sox, for the AL. Like, it's ridiculous, right? Judge is obviously making it. Byron Buxton's having a really good year. Let me look at the AL All-Star voting. Like the problem is I don't even know who better than Narvaez. Cal Rayleigh. Yeah, so right now you got the outfield. Mike Trout being in the outfield is ridiculous in my opinion. He's not really having a fantastic day or year. I mean, it's good, but it's not like all-star, I don't think. It's Riley Green who deserves it. Javier Baez, who I think deserves it. But you could, I mean, I don't know, right? Could you make the argument that Cedon's been a little bit better? The problem with these voting is there's just like the only way the Red Sox are going to get in are going to be via like the player votes or whatever. Because fans just don't vote for the Red Sox anymore, which is fine, but Kirk out of Toronto. Yeah. Kirk is going to make it, I think. Anyone who's in here, right? It's just who's starting, basically. Like that's so Bregman's definitely going to be there. He's just not going to be starting. I think Crochet's definitely going to be there. I think Chapman's definitely going to be there. Narvaez should be there. And then I wouldn't be shocked to see Rafael or Abreu. I don't think they're going to make it, but I wouldn't be shocked to see them. Yeah, that's the problem, Data. That and the Red Sox have been so mid lately that, back in the day, you would get sort of these like not entirely unknown guys, but like some of these guys that probably wouldn't have made it if they weren't on the Red Sox make the All-Star game. And it was because everyone was invested in the Red Sox, right? You don't see that as much anymore. And it's just because the Red Sox have been mid for so long. So I think that's part of it, right? Is people see the Red Sox and they vote for the Red Sox, right? No, Misty, no. You want to say hi? There you go. Good girl. This is the first year I didn't vote for the ballot since I started high school. That's weird. I'm surprised it said that. Salvi and Rayleigh? Nah, Salvi doesn't deserve to be the All-Star. If anything, Salvi should be the yes. I don't think Salvi's having that great of a year, is he? And the question is, how many games has he spent behind the dish this year? Yeah, dude, no. Salvador Perez is not making the All-Star game. Salvador Perez hit 237 with a 391 slug, an 87 OPS plus. And let's see, how many games has he even caught this year? 2025. I mean, he's caught a decent amount of games, more than the average Bear. But there's no way. Guerrero in? Which Guerrero? I agree. No, Narvaez should make it, right? If we're just going merit alone, Narvaez is like the third best catcher in baseball. Or the fourth, really. He fell off a little bit. And then, so he's kind of like fourth. He was third, but may not deserve it, but career guys like him get in. No, because he's Jules. He hasn't been voted in by the fans, and the rest of the players, and the players aren't going to put someone in that doesn't deserve to be there. What up, Gavin? You guys ready? Are we ready? I'm excited for this game, actually. I'm excited for this game. Potentially get back to 500. Crazy. Crazy. That'd be kind of a wild conversation to have. Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, James Wood was robbed. But again, I'll eat those words. What? Salvador Perez makes the All-Star team? Jules, I'll bet you $10 Salvador Perez does not make the All-Star team. Wish the Astros were selling? Yeah, man. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way that we could, like, kind of flip. Yeah, Abreu came through this afternoon, too. How's Narvaez doing compared to Veritek? I don't know. Let me see Veritek's first season. His first full season, Veritek's first full season was 1999. Narvaez already has a higher WAR than he had the entire year, and his OPS plus is much higher. So I would say better. What up, Cosmic? Can we get into predictions for the game? All right, what are you guys predicting? What are we predicting for the game today, by the way? We are 6-7. I know. Last time it was 5-7. We had our members only stream tonight. So technically we're 6-7. Montana to Young. If Salvi was retiring this year, he definitely made the All-Star team. Yeah. I mean, you give one of those legacy votes, 11-7. This is gonna be. I agree with you guys. I think this is gonna be a high-scoring game. Hopefully, I honestly I got pulled into a meeting, so I apologize to members. I didn't get out the members only game preview. I apologize. I'm sorry. I got sucked into something. But let's take a look real quick. Who are the Cincinnati Reds throwing today? They're throwing Nick Martinez, who has a 4.12 ERA. Slayton and Guerrero both hurt. Yeah, that's not fun. It has not been fun in terms of Red Sox injuries, dude. No fun about it, chat. Do I watch in 4K or regular definition? Also, Kyle Harrison did not have a good start today. Hello? This Nesson app, bro. There's Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck, I think, is what? Meddling around in the Brewers minor league system, maybe? Is it the Brewers? The Reds are not the worst team in Major League Baseball, Sandy. Bobby Dahlbeck. See where he's at, huh? What's he doing? He was with the White Sox, played terribly with the White Sox. Let's see where he's at now. Selling houses? No, I was right. He's with Milwaukee. Kind of tearing it up in Milwaukee, low-key. Whatever happened to Dahlbeck? I have no idea. What's up, Ben? Yeah, I saw that, Christian. I saw that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Doesn't sound like it's anything major, but the fact that they're getting him ground balls is fascinating to me. B-Dog is opening, brother. Sandy, I'm not going to respond to you until you tell me one positive thing about the Red Sox. If Breslow's so high on this team making the playoffs, why is he not start trading out to improve this team? He actually talked about that with Breslow. Or not Breslow. Breslow talked about that with Bradford. 2 B names got thrown off there. The reason he hasn't been making moves is because teams don't want to sell. Because of the AL picture. Because of the AL picture. And because of the fact that they're essentially, 3 or 4 teams in the entire sport who are fully out of the playoff picture right now, it's almost impossible for any other team to say, yeah, we're good, we're done, we're not going to continue the season, right? Breslow talked to Bradford while briefly rolling a brisket. All right, Sandy, now you can go back. I just wanted one positive, that's all. That's all I wanted, was just one little positive right there. Gavin, there are 3 levels. There's $1, there's $2.99, and then there's $4.99. It's just whatever you would like. Could someone member? I need a member to remind me, whether it's in the comments, whether it's on this video at the very end. I need to make more emotes. And actually, there's the link right there, Gavin, if you want to become a member. Of anyone, who do I think will go off this game? Marcelo Meyer. He's due for a big one. He hasn't had a big one since what? The Angels. Remember that Angels game where he was the only reason the Red Sox scored runs? All right. Bernie's starting us off with a strike, ladies and gentlemen. I'm curious to see how long Bernie goes tonight. I would venture to guess like an inning and a third. And then they go Criswell for the bulk of it. But they do have Chris Murphy, too. Chris Murphy could also go the bulk of it. $1.99 super chat from our friend Lawson. Make sure we like that message, folks. Things we could have got. Shane Smith, Kelly, or Sandy. Wait, what? Like Alcantara, Sandy? Damian, thank you so much for becoming a member of the box seats. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. You know, Roman Anthony, 497-foot grand slam today. Bernie starting us out with a strike, strikeout, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, think we could get. There we go. Of those three, I think Merrill Kelly is a guy I'm keeping an eye on. Alcantara, I just don't know if that's the move for the Sox right now. Just strictly talking about, like, the Red Sox need stability, right? That's what they need. They need stability in this lineup, and right now they don't really have stability. Or I'm sorry, stability in the rotation. Right now they don't really have stability in the rotation. So realistically, that's what they need to do. And I don't know that Sandy gives you that. Merrill Kelly, on the other hand, be interesting to me for sure. And Shane Smith, I honestly don't know enough about to give you a educated answer. Need a huge Duran game? I'd love a huge Duran game, man. When was the last time we had a huge Duran game? Eugenio Suarez. I would prefer Josh Naylor, but did I see a Section 10 Duran interview? I did. I actually really liked it. Maybe when he stole home. Yeah, that was a little bit ago, though. There had to have been another game in here somewhere. Suarez would be a nice addition. But where do you play Suarez? Like, where do you put him on the diamond? I don't think he plays first base. Does he? Maybe he does. I don't know. Oh, wow. I thought he punched him. Gavin, thank you so much for becoming a member of the Bleachers. Can we get some claps to the chat for all the new members tonight, as well as Lawson for donating? We got a whole lot of love in this chat this afternoon. I appreciate that. Bregman is coming back. People forget. Yeah, it could be within the next couple of weeks here. Ring him. Ooh, that should have been a strike. Massa could be a sneaky first baseman going forward. It just doesn't make sense to me putting Massa at first base. He's just so small, you know? The bleacher seats have a new member. Let's go, Gavin. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, you'll be around for the next members-only live stream. Just missed this one. But next month will be our trivia night. That's kind of been, we usually only do giveaways around, like, public giveaways around Christmas, opening day, and then I do want to, like, the end of the season. Hopefully we can do some during the postseason. That'd be cool. Wishful thinking, Corbin. Man, there's a giant hole over at second base. Good Lord. I said pitcher. Hey, maybe, you know what? Maybe that's why they're fixing his arm, you know? Maybe that's why they were so hell-bent on making sure he could throw. They're going to throw him out in the bullpen or something. Who's my favorite player on the 86 team? Bro. I have absolutely no idea. Dwight Evans. I'd trade Casas for someone useful. Brother, he's injured. What do you think you're going to get for Tristan Casas? Do we have a 27th guy? Yeah, it's Cooper Criswell. Yoshida the 2. Carlos Gunzum. That was a tough pitch to throw on, honestly. Yeah, I got you. You're gonna have to list me the 86 roster. I think I got no answer to that. Nice toss, Bernie. Another strikeout for him. That's 2 in the first inning. Do I think the Red Sox get a backup catcher at the deadline and they hang on to Wong? It's tough, right? Because, backup catchers, it's like, are you going to find anyone significantly better than Wong? And if you are, how is that like, are you going to give up pieces for him just to sit on the bench? You know what I mean? Like that's sort of the conversation with a backup catcher. They should have promoted Grandal. He retired. What would it take to convince you to do a Red Sox franchise mode on the show? Talk to me during the offseason. I do kind of want to do like a I replayed the Red Sox season. This is how it went type video. What up, Spencer? Sad you missed the members only. All good, brother. Hey, you're going to see the new Jurassic movie? Let me know what it is. I haven't seen the one before that. I loved like the newer ones though. I'm the winner of another series. Hey, let's get more than a win, huh? Let's get ourselves a sweep. Definitely not Bill Buckner. Yeah. I feel like you can't say Bill. You ended up getting traded. Or you're playing too good? Do they sign you to a big contract? Austin Hayes hits without batting gloves. I appreciate people who hit without batting gloves. It's kind of a dumb look, but I appreciate it. Like the batting gloves are cool. Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs. That it's the Rocket. That's my official answer, the Rocket. You were too good in the minors. I'm going to get back on to Road to the Show. That's my favorite. Like, I am going Road to the Show. If I had a Clark's Ketchup Series MVP vote for Section 10, who's my vote? Yeah, it's by far and away, it's Abreu, right? I don't know how you say it's anyone but Abreu. Yeah, J.O., you're certainly not alone. I think a lot of people feel that way. But does this mean Tucker to the Sox? At a baby. All right, Bernie. Nice stretch by Romy there, too. Both were on the Dodgers. That is wild. Tucker wears them now. Someone look it up. We need to get to the bottom of this. We have a pretty easy schedule coming up. Are the Nationals good? You know what scares me is Sandy, more than half their lineups right-handed, brother. You know what scares me is I don't know how the Red Sox are going to do against guys like the Nationals and the Rockies. Like it feels like every time we play a bad team, they just crumble, dude. White Sox, Angels, right? I mean, you sit there and it's like, what are we doing? They've done this for years where they just play down to their competition. James Wood is mashing. Okay, so how are the whenever I ask, how's blank team going? Immediately it's always, oh, this one player is doing really well, So how's the actual team doing? Yeah, Mackenzie Gore. I wanted Mackenzie Gore so bad on the Red Sox this offseason. They're 35-50. Okay. Does it give us our pitching probables here? If I go to schedule, does it give me pitching probables? No, it does not. It's Giolito and TBD. Bueller's getting another start. Of course he is. And Crochet. Story and Rafael are not the whole team. That's true. But Story, Rafaela, Wong, or Narvaez, whoever's in there. Toro's a switch hitter. He's in there every day. So he's technically a righty as well. You've got Ref Snyder, Romy Gonzalez on the bench. What did I name? 6? Why keep Romy? He mashes. Could have traded Xander for Gore. I know. Could have also traded. They had one last season, didn't they? They had someone last season. Yankee Stadium. Anyone in Yankee Stadium, Sandy, could take advantage of their Little League park. The entire park is a Little League park. They don't need to care about splits. Oh, I thought Duran just got into that one, dude. What would a deal for Romy look like extension-wise? I'm pretty sure he's still got a couple years yet left of arbitration. I don't think you need to worry about it. What would Seattle give us in the offseason for Costas, though? Nothing. What, Mike? For what, dude? Would I send down Anthony? No, bro. He's hitting like 400 in his last 9 games. He's perfectly fine. When is Bregman coming back? He wants to be back before the All-Star break. Man, Duran. Think he's a free agent next year? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I agree, Christian. I just have no idea. Would I do a straight up trade for Duran for Jackson Merrill? How old is Jackson Merrill? My answer is probably yes. That was a pretty close play, actually. I didn't think Toro was going to, or Rome was going to get down the line that fast. My answer on that question is going to be yeah. Yeah, I would. Duran for Naylor? No, I don't know that I would do that. Red Sox should get Michael King. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Jackson Merrill's only 22 years old, brother. Yes. What up, Shane? Yes, I would absolutely do that. Sox extend. Sox extend Willier. They got to figure out if they're keeping him yet. Nice hit, Toro. Toro's been a solid at-bat, man. On new Section 10, they were talking about the Navy 2018 jerseys. Do I bring them back? Yeah, I would. I love the blue jerseys, dude. I always liked them. It's my favorite baseball team. I'll give you a wild guess. I will give you a wild guess as to what my favorite baseball team is. Who would I rather have at the moment, Christian Vasquez or Abreu? It's Abreu, and it's not even remotely close. You knew he sucked? There's a difference in saying he sucked and he got injured. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty clearly the Rockies. I'm just doing this for views, obviously. Oh, geez. Which MLB player would be the most beneficial piece to bring in talent to immediately improve the roster? Dude, there's just so many. Otani. Yeah, yeah, you get Otani, you're good. I'm trying to think of a realistic name here. Dude, my mind keeps going back to Edward Abreu or Edward Cabrera. Or maybe Story. Who wanted him off of fourth? How about Christian Vasquez versus Connor Wong? I'd actually probably take Christian Vasquez. Big dumper, yeah. But the problem is you'd have to start him every day. Steve-O. I appreciate the reverse jinx there. Trevor Story being more patient. I don't know if it's more patient. I just think he's figured himself out in terms of making contact. You know? Like, I think that's genuinely what it is. What's the timeline for Garcia and Blaze? That depends on if they're on this team after the deadline, honestly. Bring back Kyle Teal. How's he? Whoa. I had a big dinner tonight. I'm sorry, chap. How's Kyle Teal doing in the bigs? I know Mydraw's been all right. Is he still in the big leagues? He's hitting 300. Oh, dude, he's sick. Kyle Teal is sick. Sox need to get Guerrero Jr. next year. How? Yeah, Alex, I'm dying, bro. I had a chicken parm sub. Ritual? Huh? Is the only word in there? I don't even see one before that. Spending like big teams in MLB. Sandy, do you know? Do you know that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is not a free agent? Someone break the news to Sandy. Someone break the news. Yeah, Grandal did have a good career. I'm curious to see if maybe he tries to make a comeback next season, like if he gets a deal or something. Guys, someone break the news to Sandy. Can someone please break the news to Sandy? Wow, they're keeping Bernie in. Nah, Lawson. They're gonna make an outside edition, and you're forgetting Harrison. Trade for Tariq Skubal. You don't think he signed anything? Okay, yeah, you do your research, Sandy, and then come back. Yeah, there you go, Jack. We'll sign Guerrero. Here's the offseason plan. Here's my offseason plan. First of all, in this year's draft, we got to go after that kid, Aaron Judge. Okay? And then this offseason, we'll sign Guerrero. And then we'll pick up that Japanese guy who no one's really talking about, who I think could be a good addition to the team here, Shohei Ohtani. Crochet, Scooble, Sale, Gore, Josh Witkowski. I like that we had do I like that we had to like even out the rotation a little bit. It couldn't be that good. It couldn't be that good. We needed to add in Josh Witkowski. So it's like you're winning like 3-1 games 4 days a week, and then the last game you got to score like 15 runs. Luis Perez comes up next year. He could, absolutely could. The problem is he's really gonna have to make his way back this year. And I don't know that he does. I mean, Tommy John's a tough thing to come back from. Heard the Shohei guy could pitch and hit like Babe Ruth. Yeah, but come on, Babe Ruth. You know what I mean? He can't do it like Babe Ruth could do it. There's no way. Wow, he was out? There's no way he was out. That's going to get challenged. Oh, no. Wow, he was out. Great play, Romy. Abraham Toro should never be playing third base. Never. Mata's never coming up? Yeah, probably not, actually. Who would we trade for Skeens? You would have to trade everybody. Hold to a single, Durant. Hold to a single, Durant. Ugh. You would literally have to trade everybody. It would start with Marcelo Meyer minimum, I think. Realistically, I think you'd have to put Anthony on the table. I'm sorry, Alex. You lost me. That one went over my head, I think. Do we have a team captain? No one on this team has been named a captain since Jason Varitek. So the answer is no. Crochet's enough on the farm for now. Oh, brother. You just get ready. Yankees are down by 7. Wow, they're not going to be in first place after 9, huh? We should trade for Ellie mid-game. Where would we put Ellie? Put Ellie at shortstop, Meyer at third, Story at second, and then when Bregman comes back, Story to first, Ellie shortstop, Meyer second, Bregman third. That'd be crazy, dude. I did not guess 1 2/3. I said 1 1/3. You're right. What do I think that should eventually be, Jose? The correct answer is whatever wins them games. And it's a dumb answer, but you see different teams have success different ways, right? Whether you're the offensive juggernaut or you're the pitching factory, right? The obvious answer, I think the best answer, in my opinion, is whatever gets them wins. I think if you're looking for a specific one, Jose, I would say just being a sound fundamental baseball team, right? Again, you take a look at the Tigers, and obviously they have a really solid pitching staff, right? Tariq Skubal's the face of that, but the rest of these guys, they're good, they're not great, right? And they're having good performances from guys in their lineup, but a lot of it is just they play sound fundamental baseball, right? They move runners over. They don't make a ton of errors. They have guys come in the 7th and 8th inning, and they aren't looking to blow you away with strikeouts. They're looking to put the ball on the ground because they know that they could turn a double play, right? That's, in my opinion, the identity this Red Sox team should be going for. At the end of the day, though, it doesn't really matter to me as long as they start winning baseball games, right? If they become the pitching factory that we've been dreaming of for, 6 years now, basically, then perfect. If they become an offensive juggernaut that wins these games, 10-7, okay, fine, What I think the score is going to be at the end of this game, 5-4 Sox. Man, that was a bullet. Thank God Toro got to that. And he actually made the throw this time. Hi, this is Jennifer Conrad. Hi, Jennifer Conrad. If we could extend Bregman, would you give Bregman the captain? No, I don't think he's been here long enough to earn that. But I guess if the extension's like 6 years, maybe. I don't think they're going to give anyone the captain mantle until Veritek's out of the organization, honestly. I agree, Joe. Yeah, Block, there are a ton of exciting guys. I'm curious if I'm curious if oh god. What was I talking about? Sorry, I got distracted by a fruit fly. $1.99 super chat from Lawson. AAA is such a mess right now. AAA is kind of supposed to be a mess. Right, double A is really where you want to even out the pipeline, make sure the right players are in the right place in double A. Triple A is just sort of where can you fit guys on the roster, right? Once in a while you'll get, guys like when you had Marcelo, Roman, and Christian Campbell, and at one point Teal there as well, right? That's when you had like, oh my God, we got to pay attention to Triple A. But most of the time in Triple A, there's one or two guys that you sit there and you're like, oh, these are guys you got to pay attention to. But outside of that, it's guys like Isaiah Campbell. It's guys like Zach Kelly. It's guys like, Yasmani Grandal before he retired. Guys who aren't good enough for Major League Baseball, but are there if you need them. That's what AAA is really for. Right? Essentially. It's just essentially a waiting period for injuries, basically, for the big league team. That's basically where it is. How many runs scored at the end of the season will we score, do you think? Dude, I have no idea. I don't even know how many we've scored yet. Sandra Dobbins coming back soon. Yeah, he's got to start in Double A this weekend? Do I think it's identity that is Also, thank you for your $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Isaiah Campbell should never don a Sox cap ever again. And that's your opinion, right? But again, you talk about it and it's like, okay, what if you have 6 different injuries and you just need a warm body? You know what I mean? Come on, Seydon, do something. Let's do something. Do you think that's making what we thought was a great team? I think it's a big part of it, Zach. And again, it's not something that I've come to like, I am the founder of this philosophy, right? I mean, this has been talked about all over the place where it's just like the Red Sox, they don't really know who they are, right? And there's such a big difference between, what you look like on paper and what you come together as an organization, right? And we've seen it before where teams aren't good on paper but figure it out. Farm system just falls apart. I don't think that's really true, man. Especially not in AAA. Money Mike Madness, $5 super check. We get some love for Mr. Money Mike Madness in the chat, please. I appreciate it. Make sure we like that message. Abreu, Rafaela, Campbell, Wong, Song Cutter, one AAA guy, the Boston Tourism commercial singer, Parker House rolls for Paul Skeens, and who's urinating tree? And yeah, that kind of does get it. That probably wouldn't get it done, actually, but it's a good thought. I like that you threw in the Boston Tourism commercial. Right, Alex. And again, you go back to, you find an identity. You find an identity and you roll with it, right? It's your backbone. It's what you... It's what you lean on when things go poorly, right? And the Red Sox haven't really had anything to lean on besides Crochet, really. Oh, Rafaela got into that. Get out. Oh. Go. Yeah. All right. Seydon Rafaela triple. How do we find that? How do we find an identity? It's something that comes around naturally, right? It's something that comes around naturally. And you can do it a couple of different ways, Zach, right? I think a big part of it is double in an error. Are you kidding me? I hate that. I think a big part of the identity is guys need to develop into their own players, right? Right now, you've got Cedon, you've got Willier, you've got Meyer, you've got Anthony, you've got Narvaez. You've got all these guys who just they're still trying to just stay at the major league level, not figure themselves out at the major league level. Marcelo. Yeah, dude, Cedon's been figuring himself out for sure. Yeah, we could, Nick, for sure. Check the Red Sox Pythagorean numerology. What do you think Massa does when he comes back? I don't think it'll be lights out stuff. I think it'll just be simple contact forward baseball, which is all that really matters. All right, this is going to get him in, right? This is going to get him in. Down. He's in. Let's go. Ideally, Lawson, I would think it'd be David Hamilton. But I think realistically it's going to be Nate Eaton. Scores on the boards, ladies and gentlemen. Cedon's a lock for Gold Glove this year. Right now, I would say he's kind of he could be platinum, dude. Stopped wearing the red at home. They haven't worn it in a while. When was the last time they did the Reds at home? Tariq Hill. I think Tariq Hill would win in a race. When was the last Wong Dong? Last season, dude. He has 0 home runs and 1 RBI. Wong free out. Yeah, he's been he's not been great. Could we try a trade for Bubba Chandler? You could. That a baby Wong. Little poke into the outfield. We'll take that every day. It's got to be kind of tough for Wong. I was thinking that the other day. Like last year, you were not only like the main catcher, you were doing well. You know what I mean? The advanced statistics weren't great, and yeah, there was regression that I think people saw as an obvious, but you were getting the job done. Should we trade Cora for a player if we sell? No, probably not. How'd he get a hit? It was poked right back up the middle. Was it John Farrell? Didn't the Red Sox trade for John Farrell? With a player? Trade Wally. The Giants could use a mascot. Who is the Giants mascot? Who is the San Francisco Giants mascot? Lou Seal? Are they gonna challenge that? Why did Wong has been on base like 10 times this year? Why are we stealing? Do we think Wong puts the monster hat on when no one's looking just to feel something? Imagine that. He's like looking around. He's like, okay, all right, no one's watching. All right, and then just like puts it on for just a second. Runs down the I wanted to say clubhouse. What is it? Bench, and then runs back and then quickly takes it off. Lou Seal. What's that song? Lucille? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, this is kind of a cool mascot. I'm not going to lie. This is kind of a sweet mascot. The Giants have a cool one. Giants have a cool mascot. Touche, Giants. Touche. James Brown, thank you. Is he from Seattle? Did I see what happened to Red Panda? No. Probably some BS Instagram news, Easton. Right now? Yeah, probably some BS Instagram news. I knew Jimi Hendrix was from Seattle. Of course the Yankees don't have a mascot, dude. The Yankees are the least fun baseball team in the sport. No city connects. They just allowed beard for the first time in their 110-year history here. They don't have a mascot. You know what's funny? The Yankees sit there and they're like we're the serious business team, right? We only need to play on the field to get it done. And then you go to their stadium. And it's like strike three, everybody on their feet. You know what I mean? It's like, are we making noise? It's like, what are we doing? Yankees mascot should be just a big mustache. Being mad for not winning the World Series. Hey guys, we haven't won a World Series in 20 years, but yeah, here's the Yankee candle. Anyways, here's our new mascot, Bahama, the Yankee candle. Stretch down Robert Stock. Yeah, he's been starting games. Why is this doing this today? Do you think we see Hicks again today? If it's high leverage, yeah. I think they're going to try and use him in almost strictly high leverage situations. Red Sox are for old souls. I don't know. How old was I when the Yankees last won? What was that, 2009? I just remember being so mad, dude. I remember being so viscerally mad the Yankees won a World Series. I was 11. That cannot be true, Mike. There's no way. Because they've been working on stuff, brother. They've been working on stuff, Lawson. Do you think we... Oh, yeah, I already said that. Switch that. All but 5 players have ERA under 3, or... I'm confused. Steinbrenner mascot uses a piñata. Dude, Cashman is absolutely the mascot. Ooh, Alcala. Nice pitch. Has Alex Bregman said anything about the contract extension? Just so he's open to it. Trying to extend Chapman. Yeah, I would actually, honestly, the only thing is, like, relievers are so difficult when they get older. Right? It's so hard to predict what they're going to look like, 48, 49. And Chapman's such an anomaly. Where you sit there with that and I have no idea, I love that they retired their mascot. That's so funny. Beautiful. 2 outs. Come on now. TJ Friel's a 2% dipper. Cook him. Let me I'm looking up the Yankee horse thing. I'm looking it up. Yankee horse mascot. Oh my God, dude. The Yankees mascot was ugly. Look at this thing. Just ugly. Alcala's making his own outs. Nope. Safe. I mean, he's just ugly, dude. God, man. No wonder the Yankees don't have a mascot. They are over in the millennium. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, no wonder they don't have a mascot. Does that thing make... I appreciate you subbing, Austin. Welcome to the channel. Please catch that, Duran. Please catch that, Duran. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. The word, I'm sure Chapman would want $17 million per year for 2 years, likely. Yeah, that'd probably be where you're putting him at. I mean, he's pitching like one of the best relievers in baseball right now, right? The only interesting thing is, you sit there and it's like, 2 years. What does that work? How does that work? Love the channel. Hey, Jake, thank you so much for watching, man. I really appreciate you being here. If they trade Duran, would I be mad or just brush it off? It depends on what he was traded for, I think. If, you trade him just because you need to make room, I'm going to be mad. I'll be mad. If they trade him and get a legit number 2 and set themselves up, it's a controllable number 2. Like there is, I'm not farting. I'm just taking my wallet out of my back pocket. I swear. I'll even show you. How do I feel about Roman as of lately? He's good, dude. He's going to be fine. He's going to be perfectly fine. Trade Romero. Dude, I want Romero on the Sox so bad. He's my dog. He's my dog. So I want him on the Sox, but I could see them trading him. Duran, Brian Bayo, Franklin Arias for Michael King. In my opinion, I don't think you could trade Brian Bayo right now. He's like your second most consistent pitcher. Yeah, I'd say Joe Ryan's a solid target. I don't know that the Twins are going to be selling though. Chris Murphy. I knew there was going to be someone to take on a pretty decent load here. Who's Romero? His name's Mikey Romero. He's a prospect in AA. Which outfielder do I not want to see traded? Cedar Rafaela. Thanks for subscribing, Nathan. I appreciate you being here. Can we trade Breslow? I don't know. Is that even remotely possible? I suppose you could trade anybody, right? No? Maybe not. Yeah, I would say no. Mikey's in AA. They haven't brought him up yet. Yeah, that's what I mean, Lawson. You can't trade Bayo in that because you need the consistency. And Bayo, for what it's worth, has been consistent this year. I understand he went through that stretch where he couldn't make it through, like, what was it, 5 innings? You think Meyer might go back to the minors? Nah. The problem is it's just these guys figuring it out, man. I think Meyer will be perfectly fine. We should trade for J-Ram and put him where? J-Ram doesn't want to leave Cleveland, dude. He likes it there. Speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, Roman Anthony up at the dish. Yeah, I think you look at you're going into a playoff, you're going into a 3-game playoff set right now. Who's going in your rotation? It's Crochet, it's Bayo, and then I think it's Giolito, or maybe switch those Giolito and then Bayo. I don't know, but it would certainly be those three. I think right now. Maybe Easton. It's just the problem is you don't really know. You don't really know what you could get for, like, I don't know that you'd be able to get much for Toro or that was a pitch Roman Anthony should have crushed. You're not really gonna get much for either of those guys. Jacob Wilson's a stud. Yeah, dude, Jacob Wilson's so sick. Trade for Severino, was that discussed yet? Not yet, but yeah, I mean he's gonna get traded. I just don't know where. I don't know that I'd take on Severino. He looks good outside of home, but man, a lot of fly balls tonight from the Red Sox. A lot of fly balls tonight. You think the Red Sox keep Buehler? I think they want to get rid of him, dude. Athletics didn't sign Severino just to trade him that fast. There was an article that came out literally this week that said the A's cannot wait to trade him. Bayo's either trash or really good. And to be honest with you, this season he's been a majority really good. Like what's the ERA at? I don't know if they have updated for today, but it's a sub-4 ERA. Hey, Mr. Warwagon, how we doing? Do they have today? No, they don't have today's in yet, but it's a 3.41 ERA on the season, man. I think that's solid. This is what I'm saying. A lot of fly balls tonight. Got to get under on, boys. When does Bregman come back? He's aiming for before the deadline. All right, hey, enjoy the game. Enjoy the game, Warwagon. Should the Red Sox trade Wong? The problem with trading Wong is there's one, you don't really have a backup catcher, and two, what are you going to get for him? Yeah, Plock. That's a majority of where he's making his work, like his ground ball outs on. When he gets a ball up in the zone, he's been crushing it. When we talk about if Bayo was a mid-3 ERA, we'd all be happy. Spencer, happiness is a myth amongst Red Sox Nation. Can't get match for a platoon type player, backup catcher, bingo. Do you remember last game we were enjoying ourselves? Sox at Blake Sable? Sure do, but Blake Sable ain't much better there, brother. Remember 2018? Remember 2018 where people were like, Sable's DFH? Sure was, and then no other team took him, so now he's in AAA. Remember 2018 where like 98.5 was like, I don't know if this team's got what it takes. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Boston Red Sox. Kryptonite. Okay. All right. Is consistency? Yeah. Yeah. Really, their kryptonite is youth. That's at the end of the day, that's their true kryptonite. Is that Derek Lowe buying 50-50 raffles from Tim Wakefield's son? That's incredible. Zach Gallen. I'd take a flyer on Zach Gallen if he's there for cheap. Are there new Red Sox? Nah, we probably won't get Red Sox legit trade rumors until the end of the day. Or not the end of the day, end of the month. Honestly, actually, probably midway through the month. Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease would be sick. I just don't see the Padres selling Dylan Cease. Chris Murphy back in action, ladies and gentlemen. And a yucking curveballs. That's a 2-strike count, both on curveballs. Was bullpen's elite? I wouldn't say elite. I actually do think the bullpen's solid, though. What up, Dennis? Do I think everyday first baseman is a deadline priority? I would go for a backup catcher before that. I think it will be. I think it will be first base. See how bad Kumar Rocker's been? No, I haven't actually. Nick Pivetta. You think they trade for Nick Pivetta? That'd be hilarious. Romy's our first baseman. True, but Craig's made it pretty clear. It's pitching and first base. Like Romy and Toro, I think are actually really solid together. And in fact, I think they're good in combination. The problem is you only have so many combinations. Oh no. Nope, Roman's got it. You know, Roman statistically has been an above average outfielder. Doesn't look like it right now, but he has been an above average outfielder. Whatever trade gets Walker Buehler off the team. I don't know if you even need to trade him. If you trade for Pivetta, become the old Pivetta as soon as you get back. True. Yeah, Toro's been fantastic. I think genuinely that's your answer, right? Bro, Chris Murphy is just ripping. Why is Roman Anthony grabbing out his side? What is the biggest piece I think we need? Or I think they need? It's a starting pitcher. What's that card that Roman just pulled out of his pockets? It's a alignment card. So they'll have like tendencies on it. So he'll look at that and say, R. Hins, I don't even know that guy's first name, tends to pull the ball or whatever. Woo, Chris Murphy, 96. Nice. Chris Murphy looking good, Chad. Murphy's what Hendricks is supposed to do? Nah. Murphy, in my opinion, is that long reliever. That good long reliever. Do I think trading Babe Ruth, Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, Rafael Devers is a waste? You didn't trade Xander, so we can take him off that list. Do I think it was a waste? I mean, yeah, I get, right? Like, yeah. I mean, trading Mookie was a waste. We'll see how things end up with Devers. Obviously, Ruth was a waste. The only reason you traded him is because he wanted money to fund what? That Broadway show or something? Wonder when Liam gets back? I would guess a pretty long time. Yanks are getting slaughtered. It's wild. The Yankees won't be in first place by the end of the night. Because the Rays are winning right now, right? Didn't the musical that Babe Ruth trade funded, didn't it bomb? At this point in the year, would I have accepted Casas for Castillo? I mean, yeah, looking back on it, sure. But the Mariners didn't want to do it. Yeah, it was a stinker. I thought so. Yeah, the Blue Jays are just beaten up on the Yankees. When do the Rays play? I thought the Rays played 2 games today. I guess not. Excuse me, Chad. I'm sorry. The Red Sox definitely could have played last night. No, they absolutely could not have. It rained here until like midnight. No, Nanetti. Whew, that sounds miserable. All right, Story. Come on, baby. Atta baby, Story. Get down. Off the wall. Can he go 2? He's hustling. He's in there. Into second base. There we go. $2 super chat from Lawson. Thank you so much for the donations tonight, Lawson. I really appreciate it. How are Sandlin and Early not promoted with 60 innings pitched? Pitchers are interesting, right? Because you could sit there and you could say, oh, it's been 60 innings, right? They need to be up. But with pitching, specifically with the way that the Red Sox are going about pitching right now, it's a lot of very specific shapes and movements and locations and stuff like that. Even when I was talking to Fitz and Priester, right? Before Priester got traded. He was talking about it wasn't so much the results for the Red Sox as it was sort of the location, as it was sort of the movement, as it was sort of the sequencing. So I think it's more so that than it is 60 innings pitched. Does that make sense? Yeah, dude, the Rays are dirt dogs this year. Absolute dirt dogs. Situational hitting would be good now. Hey, a little bit of situational hitting earlier in the game. Let's see if that continues. Who would I go for at the deadline? A number 2 pitcher. No, I didn't. That sucks. Hey, thanks so much for being here, Vloggy the Collector. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night. Ooh, Red Sox can't get to that. Red Sox can't get to that low curveball, huh? No Sandy Alcantara. Yeah, if we're talking Marlins, I want Edward Cabrera. If we're talking pitchers and we're talking Marlins, my eyes are on Edward Cabrera. And then outside of that, I think Merrill Kelly would be an interesting one. Joe Ryan's the name I keep seeing coming up. That would be an interesting one to me. A little veteran presence, you know what I mean? How is Joe Ryan even doing this year? He's been insane. See, that was the last thing we needed there, Willier. He's been absolutely insane. 2.75 ERA, 3.26 FIP, 1.53 ERA plus. Yeah, brother. Bring him to me. So he's a free agent. He's a free agent 20. Joe Ryan would be the name, I think. How are the Twins? Are the Twins like relatively in competition still? Okay, I guess we're not doing anything with that runner on second, huh? They're 40 and 45. How far out of a wild card spot are they? They're 4 games out of a wild card spot. This is what I mean, right? This would be a great target for the Red Sox. But a team like the Twins, they're not going to say they're selling, only 4 games back in the beginning of July. Willier's still on his Willier's on his second year. Oh, Marcelo just got under it, bro. Everyone's been getting under it tonight. Buxton's bound to get hurt soon. I hope not. The game's better with Buxton in it, man. He's so fun. Hey, Robbie, what's going on, my friend? Nice to see a bullpen lead in a game. Yeah, true. Still 1-0, my friend. Who's pitching now? We're about to find out. I'd assume it's still Chris Murphy. Yeah, I saw that, Alex. Good for him. Mike is going off tonight. Mike taking no punches. Glad to see Murphy back. Same, dude. I'm excited to get him back. That's what I said. I said it going in. I really, really, really enjoy Chris Murphy, the pitcher. Romero, Blaze, and Hamilton for Cabrera or Ryan. I think it'd take more to get Ryan. Hey, congratulations, collector. I hope that trophy looks good, man. What if we end up dealing Meyer and Duran for a major pitcher? I don't see them trading Meyer. What's interesting is I think they are gonna look into trading Duran, but from everything I've seen, their price is really high on Duran. Do we? Yeah, I think we see Campbell again at some point this year. I could see him coming up to play some first base at some point. Yeah, I saw that, Steve. We might talk about it later this week, actually. If there's a slow news day, I'll make a video about Yoshida to first base. Yeah, Blaze looking real good, dude. Blaze has stayed looking real good. To stay down swinging every first pitch? No. Where's Meyer when Bregman returns? Second base. Would anyone even want Yoshida in a trade? Considering the fact that they tried to trade him this offseason, I would venture to guess no. Are you wrong in this thought? Honestly, the trade deadline, right? Anything could be right, anything could be wrong. My answer right now would be probably not, just because one, Toro's useful as a utility guy, even if you aren't playing him every day. And two, you're not getting a legit arm from him, right? He's been playing well, but you're not going to get a number 2 and number 3 for him. Ooh, that last pitch was a strike, but that one wasn't. Hello. No way Chris Murphy just made that play. Wow, dude. He had no idea he got that. Not a single chance he knew he got that. Look at that. Behind the back. Wasn't even looking. Just found his glove. How to figure something else out? Yeah, there are plenty of ways you can figure it out. You know what I mean? Bro's just showing off. Yeah. Buddy's trying to let everyone know that pitchers are athletes too. If Yoshida shows up to play DH, how do we rearrange the outfit or the infield? It's pretty easy, right? The answer is pretty easy. It's Yoshida DH, Bregman third, Story shortstop, Myers second, and then whoever at first base. Which bat should the Sox buy the deadline? I don't know. I'm kind of, in terms of a bat, I think I'm sitting here and I'm saying I'm waiting a second. I'm waiting a second to see what the offense looks like by the deadline, right? Because again, we've talked about this 1,000 times. We're probably going to say it 1,000 more times. You just don't know, right? You don't know what Bregman and Yoshida are going to do for the lineup. You don't know how Meyer and Anthony are going to look at the deadline. You don't know how, are say Don and Willie, are they going to be able to actually start to string together a legitimate, consistent level of production like they've been doing right now, right? If we get to the deadline and say Don and Willie are hitting the way they're hitting right now, Roman's figured it out. Meyer is league average, right? And then you've got Bregman and Yoshida added into this lineup. I mean, what are we looking at? We're probably looking at a top 10 offense in baseball, and that's without Rafael Devers, which is crazy to say. Yostinson Garcia just doubled in the bottom of the fifth. Worcester is now leading 10-0. Okay. I agree, Smokey. There are players that you could name that you'd be like, oh man, they'd look good. They would look good in a Red Sox uniform, right? And they would. But the question more so is, is it going to be worth the prospects you have to give up? Nice play, Roman. Let's go. Roman Anthony, it took him a little bit to figure out right field, but he's looking pretty good out there. I'm going to say this, and he's going to make the dumbest error of all time after this. What up, Josh? Yoshida always starts off as a ground ball king. Listen, I'm taking ground ball king every day to simply bring down the strikeout rate for this team. We've seen, even when they're not, smoking 6 home runs a game and scoring 14 runs, when the Red Sox strike out less than 10 times a game, they are a 700 winning percentage team. I do jinx players. Dude, it's literally all that I do. It's literally all I do. Somehow, some way, I am always jinxing players, and I don't understand how that's possible. Trevor's story looks really good. Yeah, Trevor's been hot, man. Was Chris Murphy this good? Chris Murphy was good, and then they used him. Remember, they used him a lot, and they gave him a ton of innings, and he just ended up fizzling out a bit, and I hope they don't do that again. Right, Nick. And again, you see all the time, we've seen so many times this year where Red Sox, when the games that they've actually won that have been close, what happens is it's not the grand slam, it's not the 3-run home run that wins them that game. It's the ground ball with a runner on third that the guy just boots, right? Or the fly ball that drives the runner in to put them ahead by 1, right? It's fundamental baseball that we talk about all the time. This is, again, it goes back to that they need to figure out that identity. Behind him, there's no outfield depth. Lucky to have 0 outfield injuries. Brother, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outfielders currently on your roster. And you got Masataka Yoshida, who they want to bring back to be able to play the field. How did Cal Rayleigh beat Wong for All-Star? Great question. Is Crochet a top 7 pitcher in the league right now? I'd say so. Would I be a fan of a 32-team league? I would, because it would make playoffs much more interesting. Right? Like right now, what you're seeing is a lot of mediocre teams fighting for playoff spots. If you added 2 more teams in here, 1, obviously a larger player pool, that'd be cool. 2, I also think it would make the playoffs much more competitive. What cities would I expand to? Dude, that's not my job. Probably Nashville. Nashville will be 1. I would love to see one in the just random Midwest. That'd be cool, but I don't know where that would be. I feel like my stream's going behind here. The Duluth Dogs, yeah, that's what I mean, right? The Omaha, Nebraska, give them a baseball team. That'd be funny. What's up, Ethan? Salt Lake City? Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's so many just, like, random ones out there. The Omaha Cornhuskers, that'd be kind of sweet. Salt Lake Scientists, that could use some work. DFA Connor Wong and bring up who? The Utah Storm and Mormons. All right, that was a good one. Return of the Expos. Yeah, maybe they put another one in Canada. Why not? Let's get more international. Abreu's off limits at a trade deadline. Ooh, that's an interesting proposition. What if you could trade Willie Abreu and get a legitimate number 2 starter in here that has experience that you know is going to be good? Oh, you gotta be kidding me with that catch, dude. You gotta be kidding me with that catch. Ay, 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 dude. The pitcher has to be young and actually good. Yeah, that's what I mean. What if you get that? Play defense, put the ball in play. It's the whole name of the game, brother. So if at the end of the day you score more runs than the other guy, you're going to be in a good spot to win the game. A big name that we've been talking about a lot, Alex, this stream is Joe Ryan. Would I prefer MLB get its perennial doormat team competitive before expanding? Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean, but it's just going to be it's so hard to regulate, making a bad team good. You wouldn't for Joe Ryan. You wouldn't for a pitcher right now who almost has a 4 WAR on the season, who's pitching to the tune of a 2.76, a 2.75 ERA with a 326 FIP, a 0.875 WHIP. That's less than 1 walker hit per inning pitched. He's walking just 1.8 batters per 9 inning, giving up just 6 hits per 9 innings. Severino costs less. But the problem is you sit there and you're like, okay, you make this team better immediately. Severino, it's like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to make a move, make the move. Make a move that legitimately changes this rotation now and over the next few years. You know? Yeah, Murphy's looked good so far for sure. Severino's contract. Yeah, Severino's contract not good. Severino's contract is not great. Roman Anthony. Diving catch. I didn't jinx him. Let's go. What a catch. Just laid out for it. Oh, dude, I thought he hurt his wrist there. Oh, my God. Great catch, though. Wow. If that had gone by him, that would have been a triple, maybe an inside the park home run. Let's look at the replay, shall we, chat? Oh, no. That ball was piece. That's going to be a double. Yeah. Little double there. Is that that guy's second double of the game? Is that Matt McClain? I wanted Matt McClain last year. What's Erod doing nowadays? Stinking it up. Why is the red seat on my member sticker green? You have to be a member for 3 months to get a red one. Some may say it's massive, Alex. Anyone nervous for we'll lose? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna hurt, right? It's gonna hurt. The deadline's gonna hurt. Because you have to trade one of these outfielders, one of these major league outfielders. You have to do it. And it's not going to be Roman Anthony. Wow, they're going Greg Weiser in the 6th? Interesting. You think Whitlock's can close out the game? I actually thought it'd be Jordan Hicks. We'll see, though. Think the Reds could be a playoff team. They've got a lot of talent. It's just, again, you go back to, they're kind of like in a similar-ish situation, the Red Sox, a little bit different, but it's just about finding these young kids got to just find their way, right? They have so much young talent on this team. Morgan and Morgan offices in Mass? Yeah, I think so. Do I think they'll use this justification for not making a move? No, I don't think so, Damian. I think they clearly still have to make a move. That needs to happen, by the way. Extending Bregman needs to happen. But it's just not a justification for a move, so I don't think so. Boot Rafaela? No, dude. You can't boot Rafaela. Blaze Jordan's making himself a serious prospect? Yeah. Who's starting next? Yeah, Giolito starts. First game. First game of the National Series. Okay, I said this earlier. What? How do you feel? I don't think they know, so sell. Now they're going to buy. They back themselves into the corner. They have to buy. Yeah, if the Sox tank in the second half, we'll probably see Yo Stinson or Blaze Jordan. I just don't know if both of them are going to make it through the trade deadline. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, people are going to have to be traded. You know, and we sit here and we talk about, oh, they're good. It's like, okay, yes, these prospects are good, but we're seeing a bunch of prospects right now. And you're seeing kind of what it translates to, right? Which is this sort of non-identity team. That doesn't mean they're not talented. Doesn't mean they won't be good. But if you want to win now, you can't rely on the prospects. You got to trade for legit major league players. You don't get the password nickname. It's the way you spell his first name, Yo Stinson. One, it doesn't sound like the way it's spelled. Two, it's just all sorts of vowels, and there's an X in there, right? So it looks like someone's like computer password, his first name. Winning pitcher, Chris Murphy with his holds. Wow. Yeah, see? Yo Stinson. And this is how you pronounce it. That's how you spell it. So people go, oh, it's like a computer password. What does a Bregman extension look like? I genuinely, I don't know. I would assume he's looking for like a 6-year deal. My thought if I'm the Red Sox is I would say, look, let's negate the 2 opt-outs. Let's add in 2 more years at the end of this. Let's make this a 5-year deal. We'll give you $35 million for the last 2 seasons, and we'll see. You know what I mean? The new type of Red Sox deadline buying hasn't been the most hype. I agree for sure. And that's what scares me, right? And I talked about that in today's video, right? Breslow's doing this media tour. And he's just continuing to pump out. We're buying. He even specifically went into what they're going to end up buying for. and it scares me because last year he kind of did the same thing, and then he went and got, Paxton, Jansen, Garcia, and Sims. And it was like, yeah, you bought sick, right? But what did you actually get, Jason Bay. I forgot Jason Bay played for the Red Sox. He had a good postseason that year. What was that, 2008? We don't have to trade Duran or any of the four outfielders. You kind of do, because you're getting Massa back. You're getting Bregman back, right? You're not going to have room in the DH spot. Yeah, exactly, Justin. Like, you bought, but you didn't actually do anything to supplement the team. Like, I remember the trade deadline happened. We sat there and we said, okay. You know what I mean? Okay. You did something, and that's great. How is this going to work out? And it just didn't, Way too many lefties. I think that conversation's a little bit outdated, if we're being honest. You sort of look at the lineup against a left-handed pitcher. There's like two lefties in the entire lineup, What's up, Cheryl? Massa playing first. Yeah, he's taking some ground balls over there. Man, just hard hit balls into the ground for Roman. I feel the Duran trade is probably going to turn a lot of heads in the organization as to say if anyone is safe and could be looked at badly. It depends on the return, right? It totally depends on the return. Because players know these guys too. You know what I mean? Players know these guys around the league. If they trade Duran, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And then it's like we trade Duran for again Joe Ryan or whoever, and it's like, "Oh, okay, that's a number 2 pitcher. That makes sense." Yeah, Plock. It's been an issue of his really his entire career. Ooh, I don't know if JBJ was better defensively. I mean, he was better defensively because he has more experience over there. I trade Roman for Skeen straight up 1-for-1. I would definitely think about it. I mean, how do you not, right? How do you not at least think about it? I yeah, pitching has looked good today, Shell, for sure. Skeens once every 5 days. I think it's a good part. I think it's a good point. Sorry. Good part. Good point. Trevor Story, 3-for-3. Let's go. For Shota. I don't think the Cubs need an outfielder. They've got what? Ian Happ, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Kyle. Are Ian Happ not on the team? Where's Ian Happ? I think he's on the team, right? And they've got Kyle Tucker. They don't need an outfielder. Yeah, they have one of the best outfields in baseball. I don't think the Cubs are even remotely interested in a Jarren Duran trade. Unless they're planning on trading Tucker, which they absolutely are not, Phillies do need an outfielder. That's a team I think that we should be paying attention to for this whole thing. The problem is, again, when you talk about, okay, the Phillies need an outfielder, Is there a pitcher on the Phillies right now that would come in and be the number 2 on the Red Sox? Tucker's on the last year of his contract. Yeah, but the Cubs are one of the best teams in the NL. They're not trading away Kyle Tucker. Must be feeling foolish right now. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty foolish. Wheeler would be incredible. Oh, get out. Bang! Will you Abreu? 2-run home run. This guy is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 games in a row with a really big moment. Oh my God, bro. Will you Abreu? This dude, bro. Oh my God. He just keeps swinging it. Buddy just keeps swinging it. It's crazy. Just missed. If Hines had robbed that one too, I would have been so mad. Star in the making. This guy, I mean, he just mashes. Derek Lowe enjoying the game. Love that. "12 RBIs in 5 games. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying with like Rafaela specifically, like Willier too. It's just like these guys, like, again, they're just growing, right? They're just trying to figure themselves out at the major league level. It's like these guys, the ceilings with these players are so high. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do, by the way. Like when you're super hot, switch around the water a little bit, spit it out, drink some more water. Ugh. We could have our pitchforks out. True. And that's what you get with a young team. What up, Chris? Rafaela, Roman, and Willier outfield for years will feed families. Dude, it's a good outfield, man. It's a good outfield. Man, it's just like every month this conversation changes. And it just keeps changing. You know, it literally does. Like Durant should be an all-star? No. No, Durant, no. Is Evan related to me? I don't know, Evan, are you related to me? Yeah, exactly, Dennis, right? Like these guys are just so talented. It's my opinion on the Devers trade. I have a couple of videos out there, Chris, if you want to take a look at it. I don't know. I don't think the Red Sox got the right return for it. I don't think the Red Sox did it at the right time. Extend Abreu right now. If we had last year Durant, imagine where this team would be, low-key. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. Nah. Yeah, Ev's not related to me. Oh, that's cool money. What's up, Aaron? Crochet carrying. Crochet's sick. You got me, Robbie. Exposing me live in front of, what, tens of people. Last year, Durant, and last year. Dude, if we had last year's Hauk, like first half of last year's Hauk, bro. Oh, brother. You know what I mean? Homer? He sure did, George. Are you calling me a homer? Yeah, dude. my favorite insult I get on this channel is people go, wow, you're just such a homer. Like, yeah, dude. That's the entire point of the channel. Do you think we'd get a good return for Alk? Nope. Did Christian Campbell get sent to AAA? Yep. Hauk was arguably better than Crochet. No. No. Abreu, Rafaela seem the only guys to improve from last year's roster. Yeah, you're kind of right there a little bit. I could take a look at it in a second, guys, in certain terms of Campbell. Do I think Cora will ever regret trading Devers? Well, Cora didn't really end up being the one who traded Devers, so I don't know if he's really going to be able to be like, oh boy, I shouldn't have done that, because he didn't do it. I think people think that Cora has a lot more pull than he does. Let's not talk about Campbell. He blows. No, we're going to talk about Campbell. Am I a Pats fan? Yeah, I don't really follow him too much, though. Are there trade talks for Chapman? No, I haven't seen too much lately. I'm telling you, dude, Abraham Toro is not a third baseman. He's a great first baseman, don't get me wrong. Devers kind of traded Devers. The Red Sox and Devers traded Devers. How is he doing in AAA? Ladies and gentlemen, he is in 7 games hitting .250 with a .516 on base percentage and a .400 slug. Buddy's walked 9 times, struck out 8, has a triple, a double, and 3 RBIs. Is Bregman getting shipped? I doubt it. Yeah, Romy is a third baseman. I don't know why. I don't know why they play Toro at third base over Romy. I think it has something to do with his injury. Yeah, Cleve, not sure that's really a hot take. Can't wait for Bregman back at third. I've been enjoying Marcelo Meyer at third. I don't know about you guys. What would it take you to make a video like you did just before the Crochet trade? What video did I make just before the Crochet trade? Nice pitch, Weiser. Come on, baby. One more. Does Bregman opt out this offseason? The idea was certainly, I think, to extend him, Chris, as opposed to just let him walk. Do I miss Chris Sale? Every day. I loved Chris Sale. And I was for the Chris Sale trade, to be honest with you. And I defended that trade for a while, even after he won a Cy Young. Now I can't really defend it. I thought Grissom was going to be much better this year than he was. Yeah, Plock. I think that's eventually where they go too. Should get rid of Story. Story's been good, man. I was pissed. What was I mad about, Cosmic? Them just not doing anything? Can play them all. Yeah, Marcel is sick, dude. Right, exactly, Smokey. That's what I kept saying. I still to this day don't think Chris Sale would have won a Cy Young last year if he played for the Red Sox. That's sick, Chad. What would it take for me to do that, Cosmic? I don't know. Like last day of the deadline, them not having made a trade. All right, Greg Weiser has officially walked the bases loaded. All right, Greg, how about we get a double play here or something, brother? Please, anything. Yeah, Sale is injured. Why do you hate Weiser? Weiser's been good this year. He's just been used more than any other pitcher in the league. People hating on Weiser, I just don't know, have watched a lot of games. Josh Witkowski wouldn't have walked the bases loaded. True. Yeah, I'm surprised they gave Weiser the second inning here. I don't love that. He's at what, 15 pitches, only 9 of them strikes. All right, Christian Encarnacion is not a good hitter. This is somebody you should be able to get to ground out. Greg, just hit the strike zone. He was about the same, Damian. There, please keep it going. Your life savings on Angels money line. Who are they playing tonight? There we go, Greg. One more. Come on. I get that, Zach. I just like to move on from him now when he's actually performing. I don't know if it makes a ton of sense. Weiser can't handle stress. That's not true, actually. Again, he's just, guys, you have to remember, he's the most used pitcher in Major League Baseball. Oh, come on. Several games in real life. Okay, that's fair. I also have these players that I'm like, I hate this guy. This guy sucks. I'm sorry. Trade him. I hate when people are like, oh, this guy's not good. Trade him. Huh? If you don't think he's good, why would another team think he's good? Thought Bernie was used more? No, it was, oh my God, he hit a grand slam. I mean, objectively, a very funny moment for that to happen. I mean, objectively, a very funny moment for that to happen. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's tough. Doesn't make him a bad pitcher. It makes this a bad outing. I think there's a difference, right? All right, Roman probably should have caught that one. Roman probably should have caught that one. If we're being fair here. Was right, he's a DH. Now he's been above average statistically, man. Stats are for losers? Okay. Then we're not going to have a conversation. People getting mad at Greg Weiser for that one bomb in the Angels series is kind of wild. To be honest with you, considering the Red Sox scored 2 runs that entire game, and the only way that they scored those runs were off of Marcelo Meyer only. Nice catch, Rafaela. Nice catch. And we're going to leave him in to face Ellie De La Cruz. Okay. Remember we had a 4-0 lead? We never had a 4-0 lead. We need a miracle to win this game. You're down by a run. What do we mean we need a miracle? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we so goddamn negative just immediately? They've been playing good baseball this entire series, and we're going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, now we're never going to score a run ever again. It's going to take the will of God for this team to score 2 runs. We need 3 runs now. Yes, I understand we need 3 runs. I'm just going to stop talking. Game over. Get out. Do I have any idea why Walker Buehler's starting games? No. Or I'm sorry, why? Well, actually, I don't know that answer either. Wong? No. Crazy how much a game could change in 3 minutes. It is crazy. We went from having a good time to everybody saying the season was over. Guys, we still won the series. Why are we sitting here acting like why are we sitting here acting like this is the end of the season? Why isn't Chapman available? Because it's the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning, Eternal. Why would they put in Aroldis Chapman in the 7th inning? Think the season's cooked? I don't know if the season's cooked or not. I sit here, right? I sit here with all of this, and it's like I don't know. I'm riding the wave. I said this in my video the other day, right? I'm done with the expectations. I'm done with these. You know what I mean? I'm just here. This is a young team. Cooked in March. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, what are we doing? Do you enjoy anything? I mean, genuinely, what are we doing? How are you going to sit there and say we lost the season in March? No, apparently you don't, Jules, because you give up on a team a month into a season. I don't believe that you like winning titles. I think you legitimately like being negative. I think you like putting down the team. Guys, they've won the series. They just won their first series in what, 3 series, and we're sitting here acting like this has been the worst series they've had in a decade. No, Kevin. Roman hasn't hit one. Longest inning ever? Yeah, that was a long one. I actually see end and beginning. It's on the screen, Chris. That's fine, Justin. Didn't know Meyer pitched. Yeah, it's just in between innings. Those are baseball cards. I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I do not care what the Yankees are doing right now. I do not care what the Yankees are doing right now. I just don't. I can't get myself to care. The Red Sox have too many issues now at home to care about a single ounce of what the Yankees are doing. What does B4 mean on the screen above me? Where? Trade Duran for Bryce Harper. I'm in. Thoughts on Banana Ball? I don't mind it, I guess. Oh, I see, Chris. It's just the B and the 4 is just it's supposed to say Boston Red Sox, and then it's supposed to say 40, what is it, 42, 43 wins, but it got cut off. Come on, Marcelo. Bang, we got it fluky. Okay. Am I behind like a lot? Let me reset this bad boy. My game as it goes on gets less and less on time. There we go, Romy. Taking some pitches. Okay. All right, I just reset it. We'll see. No, it's Ness. It's the Nesson app. Romy, what are we swinging at, brother? We need Quinn Priester back. Romy, again, what are we swinging at? I'm ahead now. Let's go. Now you guys can't spoil it for me. Where's Boozer at right now? The White Sox. Now it's my turn to spoil it for you. The problem with that LG is everyone keeps saying that, but it's like if the guy's reliable, you have to go to him, right? You can't. How mad would you be if you saw Zach Kelly in a big situation when Bernie was on the bench? Or how mad would you have been if, I don't know, you saw anyone, right? Luis Guerrero. Oh, get out. Get out. I can't see. The ball's loose. He's going 3. And he's out at 3. But we got a 5-4 game, ladies and gentlemen. This is my dad's son. Your Boston Red Sox are some baby poop, laughing my money off. What? No, not fair. We hear you first. Brother, welcome to my entire life on these live streams. My stream just froze, so I have no idea. I get to read, though? What do you mean I get to read? Wong hits one out here, I give away a jersey. And he bunted. Hearing or reading comments? Absolutely reading comments. Because you have like 60 people. It's like you're getting yelled at, you know? Ryan, the game is not over yet. Guys, we get all negative when the game is over. But also, you've lost 3 series in a row. We're not going to take this as a win. You won a series, but we're going to sit here and be like, it's over. Season's over. My God. We need a sweep? No, you don't. You just need to win series. Getting us back on track. No, you don't. No, guys. There are 80 games left, or 78 games left to play. You need to start winning series to build momentum. Red Sox allegedly stealing signs. Absolute horse water. If the Red Sox were stealing signs, why would they be below 500? I mean, genuinely. Why are we having a conversation about sign stealing? If the Red Sox win this series, they win the series against the Nationals, and then they sweep the Colorado Rockies, you're going into the All-Star break. You're going into the All-Star break 3 or 4 games above, 3 games above 500. That's a playoff spot with the way the AL is separated right now. $5 super chat from Sonny says, thanks for being faithful. I appreciate it. Thank you. We will lose 2 out of 3 to the Nats. I'm so sick of this. Like, just watch the games. Yeah, he swung. Oh, he didn't swing. Wow. Sit. Had a baby Duran. It's 11-2 to end the first half. What? There's a right way and a wrong way to try and win games. I'm just talking about Corbin. Shut your mouth and we can dig it. Jules, let me talk to you for a second. Let me just lay down what this comment meant in the grand scheme of things, right? Hold on. We're going to look eye to eye here. We're going to look eye to eye here. This channel is quite literally nothing but me talking to a camera. You are subscribed to this channel. You are watching a live stream on this channel, and you expect me to not talk during the game. Are we on the same page? I just want to make it abundantly clear to you, Jules. This is not a mandatory listen. This is not a mandatory watch. If you don't like my viewpoints or you don't want to watch my streams, no one's sitting there pressing your face to the camera like this, begging you to be here. Yes, Master Corbin. What's up, Anthony? Dude, look at my stream right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get. I don't know if I can't get copywritten because you don't know what's on my screen. What a lovely way to watch a game. Guys, please stop calling me. Please stop calling me master. That cannot be. That cannot be in YouTube's terms and services. That cannot be the graces of YouTube services. 22 years old. I'm actually 27. Stop. Guys, stop. Actually, Brez on a burner account. Yeah, me and Brez, I don't know that Brez and I would be on the best of terms. When's my birthday? It is February 4th. Hey, Antonio, welcome in. Hey, maybe you're the good luck here. I knew someone was going to ask that, Cosmic. No way, Easton. That's sick. No, I'm not saying my government name. What are we doing? No more master, please. Daddy Corbin. Yeah, see, this isn't going to work. Rub my stomach for luck? No. No, that's not going to happen. I'll maintain it. Weisert's a good pitcher. Dude. Lord have mercy. What's my favorite seat at Fenway? I just sat in section 9, actually. I really liked it. I really like section 9, actually. I didn't think I was going to, but I actually did enjoy it. My favorite seats... the red seat. I suppose that should be the answer, but... Beans are done bacon. Sick. That's sick, Gavin. Do you think torpedo bats are fair game? Yeah. Didn't want to get banned. Yeah, it'd have to be a really specific way of doing it, Mad. It would have to go through me. Yeah, see, I'm not answering that, Kevin. That's a weird question. That's sick, Samuel. Yeah, tell that to the Red Sox, CH. I was trying to buy tickets to the Dodgers series. Minimum $150 for the bleachers. Crazy. $150 for the bleachers. Kind of excited when we hired or got Hicks. Oh, sick. My stream just died. Oh, nope, we're back. Get those tickets for $30. Brother, let me introduce you to inflation. Did we get them? Oh, you save it first. Hey, Noma, I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. Are they challenging it? I can't tell. My stream keeps lagging. Nah. Every day on the lunch break. Hey, man, you know what's funny? When I started this channel, I was like, when do I watch YouTube the most? And I was like, lunch break. It has to be lunch break. And it makes sense. So I've always put, unless it's breaking news, I've always put videos out at exactly noon. Does the replay guy get fired if he gets a call wrong? I doubt it. He's been pretty good this year. They've had like a 60, 70% replay rate. It's been pretty good. Lunch break or when I'm going to bed. Yeah. Those are the two times I watch it too. Or like working out, you know? Like when I'm on the treadmill, I'm always watching YouTube videos. Although recently I've been watching Avengers Endgame when I'm on the treadmill. It's taking me forever to finish it. Have I made YouTube my full-time job? No. Might see Fantastic Four in theaters? Yeah, for sure. Who pays me? YouTube pays me. You guys pay me, really. Every time you watch. Every time you comment. Every time you share the video. I did say the score was going to be 5-4. That's true. That's true. Dude, there are Reds fans at Fenway Park. I didn't even know the Reds had fans, if I'm being honest. Although they pack, what is that, America something Park? They do a good job there. $5 super chat from Alex. Get some likes on that message, please, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of God. Are we serious, dude? Oh! Well, Alex Bragg may be back, hopefully before the trade deadline. Thanks again for your $5 super chat. You know what? Let's let Josh Winkowski be president. Such an easy out in second. Ah! Do I get paid by the comment? I wish I got paid by the comment. No. But every time you comment, it puts the video out to more people. I get paid by views, basically. Nationals probably the worst fan base. Dude, it has to be the Rays, right? It has to be the Rays first. I jinxed it. What did I say? Oh, right. Yeah. That is on me, actually. I said he looks pretty good in the outfield. And then he immediately, like I said, made two really bad. Yeah, I do. If you just look up Red Sea Radio on Instagram, it's right there. If the Red Sox win, 30 push-ups. Dude, if the Red Sox win, I will do 100 push-ups. You'll remember it? Yeah, you can remember it because brother, 6-4 is crazy. They should be 5-4, then he should be out of the inning. Better stream. I'll do it right here on stream, guys. This team forced Rally Cat in early retirement. Yeah, Rally Cat. Oh, for the love of Christ. All right, now it's over. Now the game is over. One out. $5 super chat from Think Bigger. Honest question, why is Connor Wong still on this team? Because you don't have another backup catcher? That's generally the answer. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $5 super chat. This team can't do anything good. They just won the series. Like, okay, it's one bad game. They just won two. Right? So now you go into Nationals. Hey, let's win a series there. And then let's sweep. And then let's sweep the Rockies. And then, hey, you're still coming in the All-Star break above 500. Stop simping, Corbin. Am I not speaking facts? Not a single part of me is saying this is acceptable baseball, but to sit here and say that they can't do anything right after they just won a series is crazy. Yes, I agree, Shooter. I'm not saying that this is a good game. Right? I'm not saying that this is a good game. No part of me is defending this game right now. Being happy with one series win is insane levels of cope. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather see them continue to lose series? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it not a positive that they won a series? I'm confused. Yes, they should, Ryan. I have not been sitting here at any point. At any point have I said that they shouldn't have won this game. At any point have I said that? At any point have I said, oh, I'm perfectly fine with them losing this game? Does it look like I'm perfectly fine losing this game? Genuinely. Yes, I'm still happy over the series win. I'm mad about this game, but I'm happy about the series win. You can do both. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, they lost this game, the season's over. No, Tim, you just sound like a moron in the chat, if we're being totally honest. It's hard to be happy with progress when it seems like it's one step forward, two step back. That's what we're saying. It was two steps forward and one step back. So that's still progress. Is that not? One series ain't enough to call it real progress? Absolutely not enough to call it real progress, but it's some progress, correct? Correct or incorrect? You went from losing 3 to winning a series. And we're going to say that's nothing? That's not progress? Obviously, progress is good, but most good teams compound progress. Yes. Guys, you're confusing me saying that this was a step in the right direction with this team's going to win the World Series. Ryan, you're mad about 1 week worth of bad baseball, but you're saying they need to win more than 1 week of good baseball. Pick a side. No, Justin, people are genuinely saying that this progress means nothing. No, but my point is people are coming at me, talking at me like I this series win means the Red Sox can win the World Series. No. The only thing I'm saying is that is winning a series not more enjoyable? Like, look at this crap. We're comparing not pulling Greg Weissert to Grady Little not pulling Pedro Martinez in 2003. That's what we're comparing these two, and this is what I mean. No, Cole. Same sinking feeling as in 2003. What are we doing, dude? What are we doing, guys? Yeah, it's every Wednesday, Kevin. We all live and die by each pitch. Yeah, but you think you live and die a little bit more in a World Series run against your most hated rival when you haven't won a World Series in 85 years compared to a Wednesday night game in the middle of the season as you're while you're trying to fight your way back to 500 against a middling Reds team. Which one do you think means a little bit more to Kevin or Keith? True, Kevin. True, Kevin. Oh, for the love of Christ, Ryan. Hicks being good was short-lived. By the way, he's had 2 appearances in a Red Sox uniform. 2 appearances in a Red Sox uniform. And he got shelled. He gave up unearned run, Ryan, and the bullpen or the defense completely shut down. But yeah, that's all Jordan Hicks' fault. My God, I swear to God, some people don't watch the games. They just come in here and just spew the first thing they can think of. Corbin thinks Romy's a big bat. Yeah, you caught me. I don't know, Jonathan. I have no idea. Giving up 8 runs in 2 innings ain't going to cut it. Jordan Hicks gave up 1 earned run, Ryan. Do we have to go over what earned run means? I don't know, Andrew. I don't know, dude. This is what I talked about in today's video, right? This is what I talked about in today's video. Every other day, it feels like the Red Sox should be buying or they should be selling. It's every other day. Rage baiting. That's absolutely what's happening, Dennis. But I'm so mad at the Red Sox, I'm letting myself get rage baited. And it happens every live stream. It happens every single live stream. I get off a live stream, my fiance is like, why are you letting them make you so mad? And I'm like, I don't know. It's because the only time you guys are this incredibly annoyingly negative is when the Red Sox are losing. You know what I mean? Like the Red Sox, we haven't had many lately, but like in the members only stream earlier this week, we won and did nothing. You know? Nothing. What's up, Mason? Mental health break, brother. I've lost all mental health. This channel, I love it more than anything. That's a lie. It goes my fiance, this channel. Right? This channel has driven me into sanity. Into insanity. And that's not even an exaggeration. Like I've sat here. See, there's my fiance right there, right? $2 super chat. Everyone say hi to my fiance. Stop answering the morons. They're not morons, Jessica. They just know that I am going to get mad, and it works every single time. It works every single time. Because again, I love this team and I love this channel more than anything in the world. So I'm getting mad. I get mad at the game, and then it gets so much. Imagine this. This is how I describe it to people, and people are like, "Oh, what do you do? Like, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I make videos about the Red Sox." And they're like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's great, right?" And then and I'm like, "Oh, I live stream." And they're like, "Well, what do you do there?" And I'm like, "Imagine you're in a room, right? And you're watching a game of a team that you love almost more than anything else in the world. And at the same time, you have 100 people in the room with you just yelling at you, just telling you you're dumb, just telling you this team stinks, just telling you that it's going nowhere, just telling you that, just shouting the most ridiculous takes of all time because they're also mad at this mediocre, middling baseball team, right? So you can't even be mad at them, right? So you sit here and you're mad at the TV. You've got people yelling at you from all angles, right? Obviously, it's just in a chat, but it feels like it gets really loud. You know what I mean? And then, and so you're mad at the TV. You got people yelling at you. You can't be mad at them, but you are mad at them. And then it just like, you know what I mean? Like it just like I just sit there and like. Like I'm just laughing. I'm just like, this is what I mean. I've just deteriorated. My mental health of these last 3 years between the Red Sox and doing these like live streams and doing these like videos every day. It's just like I'm just dying over here. We're all angry. That's the perfect way to put it, Serge. That is the perfect way to put it. Imagine you, but instead of a group chat, it's just like a town hall. What's up, Loggy? You're just like a town hall, right? You're up here, and everyone else is down there, and they're just they're like, all right, who wants to speak? Me. And they're like yelling, you know what I mean? And it's like, I agree, but also shut up. You know what I mean? Because I'm also mad. Ay, 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 ay. I should put on the rally headband, shouldn't I? Give that a shot. Although, I think it's stuck. Yeah, it's stuck. I got to unplug the camera. 1 second, chat. Can you still hear me? Okay. Still hear me. I'm still here, chat. Don't worry. You can yell at me in a little bit. We're back. People throw lettuce and tomatoes at my face. It's kind of what it feels like. Is this on upside down? Sure is, idiot. True, Mark. True. Kind of a wild stat. There's a game tomorrow? Sure is not. Actually, the game Friday on 4th of July is at 11. They got a bowl of soup when I bought that. I'm not. That reference is going over my head, man. And I apologize. That would have been a smooth double play. Now they lost their challenge. Gonna miss it being 6-7. Yeah, unfortunately. 11 a.m. beers it is. Yeah, brother. Gonna need something to watch this team. All right, see you later, Loggy. 6, 7. $11 a.m. live stream. Can we get a Corbin 99? How about this? If you guys can get me to a full-time YouTuber status, I will do the 9, 9, and 9 challenge on stream. Yeah, Hicks was never a major part of that trade. Maybe it's time for Rally Cat. Brother, Rally Cat's been on one recently. She's figured out that if she screams like she's in pain, she gets attention. And so now she screams constantly at night. Everyone watch the ads, everyone buy the merch. And once I go full time, I will do the 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, and 9 innings challenge. I think I could do it, dude. I got a pretty deep stomach. How long would it take? How long is a regular baseball game? This one's like 3 hours. Pass out there in Sweet Caroline, yeah. Yeah, shooter, that line will be fun. 9 hot dogs is a lot. It is a lot of hot dog. Can I tap in my fiance? Can I tap in my fiance for like 2 of the hot dogs? So I do 9, 7, and 9. Doesn't count. See, now not. You know when I sat here and I was like, I could do that in 3 hours. I could do that. The more I think about it, I don't think I can do it. You know what, Brent? I think it is, dude. And you guys just got to sit here and listen. Same for the beer. I would do like really light beer, like Yingling Flight or something, you know? Joey Chestnut can eat 76 in 10 minutes. You can eat through 9 in 3 hours. Nine beers, getting 9 beers down is easier than 9 hot dogs, for sure. It's just a matter of what comes up first. Yeah, not going to do that, Kevin. Like I genuinely think I would drink. I would be able to drink like 5 beers in like 3 innings, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, "Whoa, wait a second here, buddy," and then the last like 4 beers would be a challenge. Just be so full. How am I on? What is going on with this? This screen isn't killing me. Cans or bottles? I do the if I was gonna do it, I do like the Mick Ultra, like the aluminum bottles, I think. All right, folks, do or die. Do or die for our Boston Red Sox. What's a good Netflix show? We've been watching the they're called Trainwreck series. Wildly fascinating. The one about the cruise is wild, dude. You got to watch that. Should do it with Guinness. I do love Guinness. The Rob Ford one is wild, dude. You gotta watch the one about the cruise. The cruise is crazy. I think it's called Poop Cruise. Watching one now about American Apparel. I didn't really remember it too well. Because that's what they do at Fenway, Mike. They're the Red Sox on Netflix? Yeah, technically. Last year, yeah, that would count. Yeah, that would count. All right, we've got Ceddanne Rafaela versus Pagan. Pagan. What's going on with the Giants? They haven't looked good. I don't know, man. There are a lot of teams that just kind of go on a lull right now. Corbin's lost it. Yeah, Corbin's gone, dude. You've got Nibrock for the rest of the stream. Corbin's not here right now. What's that? What's the last name in The Shining? Who do I want to get in the draft? A catcher. Not a single site has the Red Sox taken one guy over everyone else. Torrance, that's it. Corbin's not here right now, Mrs. Torrance. Yeah, that'd be fun, Dennis. You'll buy 250 subs. Someone screenshot that. Not off to a terrible start here. Little double for Sadon. I don't think I could pause it, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the count? 0-1 on Marcelo Achmeyer. We need Caleb Ort. True. He is kind of shoving for the Astros, isn't he? Is this guy's first name Cole? Cole Pagon? Throw some heat. 97. Need Henry Owens. Whatever happened to Henry Owens? What's he up to? And if Anthony ties the game in the 9th, I'll do 200 push-ups, dude. Matt Barnes. I think Matt Barnes retired, didn't he? That's what I thought, Shooter. What are you swinging at, Marcelo? He was at the Red Sox game a couple weeks back. You know what? Good for him. Made his money. Made his money. Lived his life, you know? Nah, he didn't. Yeah, he did. That sucks. It's all good, Nick. Yeah, you can remember that. You put it on a plaque, brother. You could immortalize it on the wall behind me. Matt Barnes is a free agent. Then I have to show you guys my floor. My floor's kind of gross. It's not like disgusting, but like it's got a kind of a gross carpet on it. A cat's eating here. Now I kind of don't want to do 200 push-ups for you. I've had a nice setup, man, for every World Series title. True. Yeah, whatever did happen to Lars Anderson? What did he go to, the Angels? Lars, yeah, he went to like the Angels or something and just flamed out, right? Barnes is in the Nats minor league? What? No, he's not. Matt Barnes. Oh my God, he is. No, he's not. He's not. Let's take a look at what happened to Lars Anderson, huh? Oh no, he went to the Blue Jays and then just never made it back to the major leagues. He went to the White Sox and the Cubs and the Dodgers. And then 2017, 2018 he played in Sydney, Australia baseball. Did pretty well in Sydney, Australia actually. I appreciate that, basketball. Thank you. Thanks for watching, my man. No, Bobby Dahlbeck's in the Brewers system. Kopech still with the Dodgers? I don't know. How many hours are there? Oh, deleted the comment. Let's go, Romy. That must have hurt. I think the worst pain has got to be fouling a ball off your foot, dude. Like, I'd rather just get hit. You know what I mean? 1 out. Rusney Castillo. Buddy's retired. What did we give him? $70 million? That dude said, "Thank you very much." That's Saturday, Ryan. I appreciate you being here, Basketball. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, dude, it's kind of hard to also, I think this Wally headband might be cursed on live streams, chat. I think his Wally headband might be cursed. We may have gotten a defective rally item this year. That may ultimately be the end all be all here. Oh, there we go. Shockingly, the Red Sox lost that one. I mean, you're just not going to win games. You're just not going to win games with bad defense. You know what I mean? Error puts you in a position to give up a grand slam. You were down by 1. You know, you score a run. You're like, okay, maybe you can get back into this thing. You're down 2 runs, and you're like, maybe you can get back into this thing. Right? And then the defense just totally deflates. You know what I mean? And yeah, I still take this series as a win. I think overall, should it have been a sweep? Yeah, probably should have. Probably should have. Definitely should have. In fact, I would venture to say definitely should have. But after losing 3 series in a row, I take a series win, and hopefully you can build something from there. You know what I mean? You know how many times I've said that this season? You know how many times I've said that this season? Probably like 800. How can we get better defense? Bring in more experienced defenders. That's really the answer at the end of the day. Stream record of 6-8, ladies and gentlemen. We're officially 6-8 on the year. Perfectly matched the Red Sox, by the way. They're 2 games under 500. We're 2 games under 500. Have I been to Fenway Park? Sure have. Sure have, brother. Story, Anthony, Meyer, Toro, right? I think you look at it and it's just like the entire defense just fell apart in that game. And that's ultimately what it was. But again, you know, considering the fact that you lost 3 series in a row, I think you take this as a win. I think you take it as a win every day. Build off of it. And again, you know, you go in there, you win the series against Nationals, you hopefully sweep the Rockies. You end up going into the All-Star break over 500, and ultimately that's a good place to be, you know? Bregman's back, Yoshida's back, and you see what you can do from there. So, yeah, it's a tough way to lose the series, but, you know, hopefully things get better soon. There you go. Good luck editing that. That'll be fun. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you being here for what feels like just a therapy session. You know what I mean? For those of you that donated, I really appreciate you. Let me go through here. Alex, Think Bigger, my fiance for some reason, Lawson, Mr. Money, Mike Madness, Gavin and Damien, thank you for becoming members as well. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. You know, this was a crappy game. It was a crappy game. But you guys stuck it out and hung out with me. And I appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow recapping the series, probably. You join the Discord? Yeah, it's right there. Tomorrow, recapping the series, potentially talk about some other things. I don't know if we're going to do a video for the 4th of July yet or not. I'm trying to figure that out. I think we might, just because I'm going to be gone next week on a family vacation, so going to be limited videos next week. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. But either way, I appreciate you guys being here. And rain or shine, baby, I'll see you in the red seats.